decisions. Go back to the peripheral vision, the feel for the game. Look at the look away. Talk about David Copperfield. A little magic in his bag of tricks.
You know, it is funny. There's some guys you watch play basketball and they just put a smile on your face. He's one of them.
Yes, he is. Very efficient. Wastes no effort or energy when he has the basketball. And the hesitation crossover to leave the underwear on the deck, that was even more impressive.
Wayne Hunter on the wing, setting up Patty Mills. Dimitri Goodson, good recovery.
Back in the day, you guys used to wear underwear. Huh? It was before athletic supporters, jock straps.
Yeah, no, it was same thing. None of that dry fit for us.
The old jockey shorts.
There you go.
The game has developed through the years. Mills halfway down and out. So first long-range shot for Patty does not go, and he struggled shooting the basketball yesterday. He was just 2 of 9 from three-point range.
I have to give Mark Few credit for putting the ball in Matt Bolden's hands midway through the season and just saying, take us to the promised land.
Heitfeld thought he was hit, Coach.
That's a coach with a feel for his team and his personnel and the flexibility, the ingenuity to go ahead and make changes in midstream.
And confidence. Yusef Smith knocks it out of bounds. Nope, it's going to be off of Gonzaga, so it stays at this end.
Well, this is the effort that we talk about from Yusef Smith. Not really a scorer, but he will mix it up and throw his body around. Great size coming off the bench.
Looked like it was off Yusef, huh?
It did. He got a little break there.
A reach. Dimitri Goodson, who had solid effort in the semis, 5 assists against Santa Clara, but his first championship week continuing Tuesday night. Women's and men's conference title games. You got the Big East Women's Championship, Pittsburgh, Louisville, one of those two against #1 seeded UConn, and then at 9 o'clock Eastern, the Horizon League, Cleveland State and Butler. That ought to be a good one. Hunter off the out of bounds. Micah Downs just lost him in the corner.
Little unexpected contribution as Hunter lights one up. He's got a little versatility in his game, contributes in a number of ways. And interesting, his role emerged only as a result of the Patty Mills injury. Sometimes an injury, out of necessity, the mother of invention, you develop another aspect or dimension of your team, or an individual steps up and performs.
Goodson, nice through. Boy, here's the future at the point guard spot for Mark Few, a freshman from Spring, Texas. Long arms of day picking this one off. Downs took an extra step without putting it on the deck. That's a turnover. Neither team lighting it up right now. Gonzaga's 8 of 21. St. Mary's 5 of 19.
The good news if you're St. Mary's is you haven't found your stride or your rhythm offensively, and it's still a 2-possession game. And you took that initial surge from the Bulldogs and were able to withstand and hang around.
Well, you look at, again, those numbers really don't reflect where St. Mary's are getting their opportunities. They are at the rim consistently, and that will start to wear on Gonzaga as the game goes on.
We'll see if this changes things for them too. Mickey McConnell comes in to run the point. It frees up Patty Mills now to move without the basketball, as he does here. Can't connect. So they get what they want out of the offense. He just can't make the shot right now. Ira Brown off the bench for Gonzaga. Mills is 0 for 5.
Gonzaga thrives at that breakneck pace. Some teams are in a hurry. They go too fast. This team manages to play at high octane. That's a forced shot there, though. Elbows down the tonsils.
Mills on the run with the floater. That's a tough shot, almost impossible. Bolden. That guy is going to be a long-time NBA solid player.
I definitely agree. You know who he reminds me of? A shorter deadlift shrimp. In terms of his multi-skilled position, the young man can post up, but we haven't even seen him in the post yet because he's so good handling the basketball.
Tipped out, stays here with St. Mary's. Stronger, though, don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, much more solid.
Great opportunity to shoot the 3-ball, fellas, in transition. Bolden in rhythm. Why not? Torching the nets. Timeout.
Reese, thank you very much. Back here in Las Vegas, Orleans Arena. First half of the West Coast Conference Championship. The title game here, Gonzaga with the 24-15 lead over St. Mary's. And Gonzaga coming off what was a convincing performance and win over Santa Clara yesterday. Tougher opponent tonight, tougher defense. They're not shooting the ball as well.
Gonzaga zones those out-of-bounds plays, and then they go into a man-to-man. They match up after that zone. Just a little different look to protect the basket on out-of-bounds plays and then match with shooters.
O'Leary, a long-range three. Diamond Simpson back to what he does best. Offensive rebounds. Yusef Smith and the foul underneath.
Well, Gonzaga has picked up right where they left off from yesterday's torching of Santa Clara, and these numbers are a result of thriving in transition. They get organized as well as any team in the country off of both made and missed baskets. That's drilled in practice. The wings running wide, getting the ball out of the net or off the board, outletting it quickly, five-man straight to the rim. And it's those habits that then pay off in game situations under duress. A high-octane attack.
Heidfeld back on the floor. Austin Day now gets a rest for Mark Few and the Zags. 12 straight years to the championship game in the West Coast Conference for the Zags. That's an amazing run. And 9 straight regular season titles.
That's why Mark Few's name is always in the hopper as a candidate for big-time programs. But he's built a big-time program up in the Northwest like Robin Hood up there in Sherwood Forest. Might just stay put. Ambush folks up there.
Seriously, why you would only leave for the perfect situation, right? You're not going to go anywhere unless you know it's going to be absolutely perfect, and you never quite know.
There's one situation that may end up being perfect.
I know.
That may come open that a lot of people have been talking about. Down in Tucson with Lute Olson and the way he built that program up. That would be one of the more coveted positions in college basketball.
Absolutely. I mean, that's something you'd have to at least think about if you're Mark Few. But off the court, I mean, a guy who loves the outdoors, loves to go fishing, Spokane area, and I mean, he's got a great setup and obviously a great program that he's put together. Randy Bennett absolutely turned it around at St. Mary's in Moraga, in the Bay Area as well.
Randy Bennett's name also associated possibly as that Arizona next head coach. He's more of a dark horse though.
Micah Downs, nope. And O'Leary able to clear the rebound. So St. Mary's trying to get something going now on offense the last 6 minutes of the first half. It's really been a struggle.
But their defense has kept them in the game. Gonzaga was hot to start, but they've kind of settled down a little bit. They've controlled the defensive glass at St. Mary.
No call underneath once again. Diamond Simpson off the glass and in. It's been Simpson and Samhan, not Patty Mills, keeping this in. And Patty's not even on the floor right now.
Well, power basketball, and Steven, I like Bardo keeping that ball high, not bringing it down where the midgets, the munchkins, the little people, the guards can dig at the ball. Just keep it high and put it in the hole.
Goodson getting a lot of playing time here in the first half. Tough shot, though. Jeremy Pargo, as I say that, is set to check in.
And believe me, Goodson knew that Pargo was at the bench, so he was going to let that one fly.
Hughes cleared by Heidfeld, who's played with a lot of intensity the last week or so. Playing much better basketball. Down. In, out, back in again. And that's a three.
Now, Gonzaga very fortunate that one dropped. I'm not so sure the shot selection with them struggling offensively. That was the exact shot that Few wanted.
Mickey McConnell, the man who stepped in for Patty Mills during the 5-week absence because of the broken hand. The steal.
Numbers 2-on-1.
Out of bounds. Unfortunately, it's not the numbers on the jerseys you wanted to have the numbers.